Pax Christi Nigerian Catholics. So it's no longer news that one of the candidates nominated to be created cardinal by His Holiness Pope Francis has declined his nomination. He is 62-year-old Indonesian Franciscan Bishop Pascalis Bruno, who was appointed bishop by Pope Francis on the 21st of November 2013 after serving as provincial of the Order of Friars Minor in Indonesia from 2001 to 2009. With this decision of Bishop Pascalis Bruno, the number of cardinals to receive the Red Hat from the Holy Father on the 7th of December 2024 will be 20 instead of 21. According to the 62-year-old Indonesian bishop, he desires, or it is his express wish, to not be created a cardinal in the upcoming consistory by Pope Francis. His reason is to continue his personal growth in the service of the Church and the people of God, and to further deepen his priestly life. In other words, he is satisfied with the level he has attained to serve the people of God as a priest and a bishop, and doesn't wish to get a higher and exalted title as a cardinal. This action taken by Bishop Pascalis, of course, took a lot of people by surprise, because it is rarely heard of that a bishop decides to decline being created a cardinal by the Holy Father. This is not to say that there has not been such a thing before, but it rarely happens. So it is a thing to emulate. It is a sign of humility on the part of this bishop. And I guess it teaches us a lesson on the essence of the word enough. A lot of people may not really understand how important it is to embrace that word enough. For some people, that word is something that they dread. For others, it is a word that they do not look forward to saying. But for this bishop, enough was a word he was willing to embrace. It is a word he was willing to embrace. And in this case, he was basically saying to the Holy Father, I think I can continue my service of the Church without being elevated to the position of cardinal. So he was basically saying to the Holy Father, I think at this point I can continue my service in the Church without being made a cardinal. I have enough. I have enough. So his action is to be emulated. His action is to be admired. And we pray that the Lord will continue to see this particular bishop through and grant him his desires. The Holy Father, of course, has already accepted the decision of Bishop Pascalis Bruno to decline his appointment, or the offer made by the Holy Father to create him cardinal. So we wish him well. We pray that the Lord will continue to grant him all the graces that he needs to become all that he desires to be going forward. The Catholic Church in Nigeria welcomed the new Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria a few days ago. He was appointed Apostolic Nuncio by His Holiness Pope Francis a couple of months before now, and he touched down in Nigeria officially to take on the position and to serve as Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria. He is Most Reverend Michael Crotty from Ireland, and on hand to receive him were the Archbishop Emeritus of Abuja Archdiocese, His Eminence John Cardinal Onaikan, as well as the Catholic Archbishop of Kaduna, Most Reverend Dr. Matthew Manoso Dagoso, and several other prelates who were on hand at the airport to welcome the new Apostolic Nuncio. So we pray that the Lord, who has granted him the opportunity to serve as Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria, would grant him success in his work of representing the Holy Father in Nigeria. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.